April Show. Grab a drink. Elliot and April Show.
Hello, Ow Bist.
Ow Bist.
Well, it is for now.
Well, it is, yes, debatable.
Welcome back to whatever this is. Thank you.
Improv.
Improv.
Is that a medical thing?
Well, I don't want to be probed. Not today.
Oh no,
Not
no,
today.
it's raining.
Oh no, it's raining. We've just been outside and
Yeah.
the heavens have opened. I've had to quickly shut the bifold doors. We've had to come in.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So thank you for
Discouraging.
watching last week's episode.
Yes, thank you.
It was a bit of a mad dash, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
So we were actually a day late because by the time after I deleted the first recording, we recorded a new one.
Yeah.
And then it took so long to export. I mean, the file it was such a big file. It took over an hour. It took about an hour to export. And then I had to process, upload to YouTube. It wasn't going to happen.
No, it wasn't easy.
No.
Not easy.
So anyway, it was out.
Yes.
So for us in real time, this happened yesterday. So we don't know how the second episode's been received, do we?
No, so we don't know any comments yet.
No, so if you have seen it, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
But I was thinking yesterday, I might put a poll out for the viewers because I'm not settled on our name.
No, we're a bit
because I'm
not changing minds, but we're a bit and we do tend to go off-piste.
Off-piste. We quite like off-piste as the name for the podcast. So I'll put a poll out to all of our early viewers. Do you want it to be Ow Bist or off-piste? What would you prefer? I will put that out. And also, the first episode got 2,000 views.
I know. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Ooh. So we're just really excited that it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, celebrities, if they launch a podcast, they get so many views because they can put it on their social media.
And
everyone will watch.
And they're celebrities, just anyway.
Yeah, so thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Really, really do appreciate it. So we've got our lists of things to talk about.
Yeah, we've got all our, pens and papers and stopwatch.
Oh, stop! Yeah. Oh. Whilst April's setting the timer for an hour to keep us on piste rather than going completely off piste, I will explain to you what we're doing today. So, as you know, April's got a holiday next week.
Yes.
So she won't be here to record the podcast. So we're filming 2 in one day.
Yeah.
We have got a change of clothes just in case.
Yeah, we're going to be like,
So we've got things that we want to talk about for when April's away, and then things that we're going to be talking about in this episode. So we need to sort of split things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, what shall we start with?
Well, I think maybe I've got to get out that.
Go on.
Katie.
Oh, Katie Price.
Katie Price.
Yeah. So if you don't know who she is, we introduced you to her in the previous episode. So we're going to do a bit of a catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. Or are we going to talk about that one in the next one?
We can do it now.
Are we doing it now?
Yeah, it's fine. It's an ongoing saga with her.
Yeah. And you weren't sure about, because she had bandages and she had scars or
what
blood
she'd had done to her cheeks.
So obviously, I investigated, and the only thing that I found that she'd had, obviously she's in Turkey because she didn't want to be over here because she'd be arrested.
Yeah, arrest warrant is out.
Yes, it's out. It's out. I mean, if they paid us, we could go over there, have a cheeky little holiday and bring her back.
Well, I think she's literally just hiding out now because she's had the surgery done and she does, you do have to recover after surgery.
Yeah.
But I think she's dragging it out now.
Yeah.
She's with her son over there, who she looks after because he's got special needs. And as soon as she steps foot in the UK, I think she's going to be arrested.
She's going to be. Maybe that's why, because she's had a facelift and her teeth done. Maybe that's why, ready to go into the prison.
Will she even match her passport?
I have got a really funny clip of something like that with the turkey teeth. I'll have to send it you.
Oh,
really
and then
funny.
There's these people on Instagram and Facebook that are buying these ones you just push in on top of, and they look weird.
Do they? I could do with some of them because I don't like my gap.
They look like horse teeth.
Broke a tooth.
These people look like horse teeth is.
Be frightened of sneezing. It'd be like,
Out
they come. Out they come. I'll give me my teeth back.
I have to put them in Steridentum at night.
Bit of bleach.
No, dishwasher.
In the dish. I ain't got a dishwasher.
No, you
Toilet.
haven't.
I was putting them in the toilet overnight. Bit of bleach.
Oh
Pop them in.
no, that's dreadful. So what do you think she had done to her cheeks?
I don't know.
Because it still is weird. Because she's definitely had a facelift.
Because she's got all like the blood.
Yeah, and you can see the staples
and bandages, and her lips look huge.
Yeah.
Whether that's because her face is pulled that far back.
I don't know. I mean, if I was pulled back that far, I don't know. I'd have my lower tummy up by my eyeballs.
Yeah, I would literally have eyes behind my head, at the back of the head. I could do with, but I wouldn't want to go into the cut your face open. I need a neck lift.
I think they have to cut to do that because I think it's like tied behind. It's tied. I think they.
Tied. I just tie it up. Just put a knot in it. It's fine.
I think they sort of like staple it up behind, and then they like.
Oh.
I think you still got to have
with a neck lift and just like the bottom half.
Oh, you don't need it. You can do what drag queens do. They literally they sellotape and then they put it and then you pop a wig on the top.
Like a face bra.
Yeah, a face kini.
Face kini.
So anyway, she's going to be arrested when she gets back.
Yeah.
So I think she's hiding out. But there was something else as well that came out about Katie Price. There are text messages that have been revealed. I don't know who's revealed them. Maybe she's revealed them herself.
Maybe.
Where she was having an affair with during the relationship with her ex-boyfriend Carl Woods. She was apparently had a fling with a footballer or some sort of famous footballer. I think.
Was it some sort of sports personality?
I'm sure it was football
that knew the senior royals or something.
Yeah, there was something about that, but I don't know who. It's not come out who. But the only footballers I can think of that sort of have links with the royal family is David Beckham, because he's after getting his OBE, isn't he? He wants to be knighted.
Oh, does he?
He might already have an OBE, but he wants to be knighted. And of course, he got knocked back when he did. There was like a tax fiddle. I think he was involved with something to do with tax. I don't know. It was something overseas. I think there was it remember those papers that came out? It's something to do with offshore investments,
banking thing.
Yeah. So it wasn't quite illegal, but he was like almost
naughty.
Like tax avoidance. Anyway, that dashed his chances of getting a knighthood.
I don't think it would have been David Beckham. He's too busy in his garden.
Yeah.
And his man cave and cleaning because he's very OCD.
He's got previous though. He did have an affair with Rebecca Lewis. Remember her?
Yes.
So did he do it with the Price? Did he do it with Katie Price?
Maybe he thought, God, they're two big footballs. I'll kick around with them.
But David Beckham is desperate to get a knighthood.
Yeah, I think he'd be squeaky clean now.
Yeah,
for his
possibly.
knighthood.
But I think Victoria Beckham wants to be lady. She'd be Lady Beckham, wouldn't she?
Oh, she would, yeah.
If he was knighted.
Well, she's Lady Beckham anyway, isn't she?
Well, yeah. Have you seen what she eats in a day?
Well, not exactly, but I've heard all she has is steamed veg and steamed fish.
Yeah. She's had the same meal for over 25 years. Yeah, like steamed veg and fish. And then for like her breakfast she has wholemeal toast with a bit of salt.
Oh.
Like, what's it called? Sea salt.
Sea salt.
Sea salt.
No butter.
No, not butter. No, she might put on a pound.
Oh, yeah, she might blow up a bit. Get a little bit bloated.
Well, she had she went up and down chest size because I remember when she was in the Spice Girls or just after, she had they looked weird on her because they looked like footballs. Yeah. They looked like bolt-ons.
She's so skinny. But how can you eat the same food
I don't know.
for that long?
Because she wants to be skinny. Remember, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Well.
Have you ever done any of those like
fad diets?
Yeah, like fat fighters and,
Well,
Weight Watchers and all the rest of it.
Many years ago, I did Slimming World.
Oh, yeah. How'd you get on with that?
Well,
Is that points or
no, that
what
was
do you count?
that was where I think it's all
Sins,
changed.
it's sins.
It's like a singe, yeah, but I think it's all changed now because you used to have red and green days.
Okay.
And so the red days, like on the red recipes, you could eat things like pasta and stuff. And then the green days, it was all non-pastas and healthy. And it showed you how to make a Weetabix cake and things like that. So I did, obviously, we were told to do a diary of write down what you were eating through the day, how much.
Yeah.
And I think back then it was about £5 or £6 a week to go.
So you had to go in and weigh yourself.
Yeah, go and weigh and pay. And I put weight on.
Not every week.
For 2 weeks I put weight on. And then I was told I wasn't eating enough.
Oh.
Just in my food diary, it was like that. But it was all the stuff that they said I could eat.
Oh, and you still put weight on?
And I put weight on. So I thought, do you know what? I am not paying out money, good hard-earned money, for someone to say, you're fat. When I already know that.
I'd have asked for a refund if they were telling you to eat more than you put weight on.
I
know. That's terrible. Well,
so I give that up.
I did gain a little bit last. I keep gaining and losing this 0.4 pounds.
No, it depends on the weather. I always think that it depends on the weather, on how the air pressure.
I think it was more to do with the takeaway that we had, to be quite honest. I think the air pressure.
Well, I blame air pressure. You gotta blame something, not me.
There's something we're going to talk about a bit later that's to do with air pressure. But we'll get to that a bit later.
Oh, I've got a good interesting fact about air pressure as well.
Go on.
It is. Did you know that farts travel at 7 miles an hour?
7 miles an hour?
7 miles an hour. 7 miles an hour.
That's fast.
Interesting true fact that is completely useless unless somebody stood behind. So don't do that when there's small children or small animals behind you because they'll be blown away.
But does that mean the particles get projected far? Well, I suppose if you're wearing trousers and stuff, that's
it can take. It must contain.
I mean, there are these pants in we can put pads in that are like scented with like Febreze or something. And it's supposed to make...
Oh, just get a car air freshener and... a little magic tree.
Magic tree. Forest fresh. It just smells like toilet duck.
Excuse me, that's just my forest fresh.
No, like if you've got flatulence issue, you can pop these pads in and it'll come out smelling the roses, won't it?
Oh, yeah. I used to get these smelly things that went in the vacuum bags.
Yeah. Do you remember the old shake and vac?
Shake and vac. Oh, you wouldn't want that in your underpants, would you? Oh.
You do the shake and vac and put the freshness back. People are going to be wondering what on earth we're on.
They'll be like, oh, God. Don't switch off, please.
No. Right, we're going to have to touch on these riots. Have you been rioting? I feel like rioting. I feel like getting my pitchfork and going out. And I don't know what I'm going to write about.
The weather.
The weather.
It's raining.
No, I'll tell you what I'm going to write about later. We'll talk about Hoar Cross Hall.
Don't get him started early.
Don't get me started with Hoar Cross Hall. But no, these riots are going on. And I'm a bit sad because people shouldn't be doing that.
No. It's not. Fair enough. Some people want to prove a point or make a point.
Yeah.
But they're doing it all in the wrong way.
It's not protest.
They're attacking the wrong people.
Yeah. So instead of protesting, which you are allowed to do in this country peacefully, people are turning to thuggery.
Yes.
And they are, riot. I think it's an excuse just to go and
just to have
break things,
go crazy.
Yeah. And I think some people have been baying for a bit of a fight for a while, and then lots of people have latched. I mean, did you see them all on the news? What they look like?
Yes.
Oh, they've got the balaclavas on and the hoods up, and
scary. It's very scary.
It is very scary. I mean, fortunately, we haven't had anything like that in where we live.
Yeah, luckily.
And I think the media has done it a bit of a.
They haven't done themselves any favours, have they?
No, but
really?
like projecting it around the world, people would think that like the whole country is up in arms. It's not. It's not. No. It's pockets of areas.
We had this a few years back, didn't we?
I think it was 2011.
There was areas that was
yeah.
like pockets of areas. I can't even remember what that one was about. That was some political thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it's just all.
Yeah, it's a bit much, and I think, like I say, it's being projected over. I mean, there's now some countries have put advisories about coming to Britain.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm thinking, like, it really is isolated pockets. You know, we're perfectly safe to go outdoors and carry on our normal day. Yeah. And the thing is, compared to like other places in the world, this really is isolated. In a week or two, it will have blown over, gone. And then we probably won't see the likes of it again for a very long time. Yeah. So I think it's all been blown up a little bit, and social media is fueling everything as well.
Yeah, which is not good.
No, so I just thought we'd mention it, and we are safe.
Yes, we're safe.
We are safe and well. Yeah. Right, I've got to talk about my stress. My stress. I'm stressed because I realised how close it is to holiday, and I normally get stressed when on the lead up to going away I have to get everything ready. I have to make sure the house is clean because Matt's parents are coming over. So I do like a proper deep clean on top of trying to do all the work that I normally do. Yeah. Plus, I need to stockpile videos so that when we're away, there's stuff going out. So I've got to film what I would normally film, plus extra for holiday. Then I stress about packing and getting everything ready. And
I take everything. I put everything in piles. And then I start packing, and then I'm like, I can't really take everything.
No.
So you take stuff out, and you guarantee there's the couple of items that you've taken out. When you go on holiday, you're like, I knew I should have bought it with me.
But I'm stressing as well because this time we can't take our big cases. We're just doing carry-on. We've got like those little cases, and you can have a hand luggage backpack.
You're going to have to wear about 4 outfits. Just wear all your clothes.
So I am stressing a bit, and in particular about all the liquids and things, because you've got to put all your liquids in a 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre clear bag that's got to shut. It's like basically one of those Ziploc bags. Yeah. All of your toiletries and they've all got to be 100 ml or under. Right. And they've all got to be. I mean, you can have one bag each. So I think I'm going to be able to get them all in, but I can't take like the big bottles of sun cream. So we're going to have to either buy them when we get to Barcelona or buy them at the airport.
Or buy the little...
and put them in.
Or maybe at the airport.
See, once you're through the gate, you can go to duty free. Once you're through the scanners, you can buy them full size and put them in your case.
And then take them on board.
So I might have to do that, because then I'll be stressing, will I be able to find it in Barcelona? So I will be able to. Because there's...
I think that's probably just a really good idea. If you just take what bits that you do need, as in toiletries, and then buy them.
Yeah. And Matt was saying, like, but on the cruise they've got body wash and shampoo, and I'm like, but I like my own shampoo because I have the Head and Shoulders, stops my head from itching.
Do you know that fetches the colour out your hair?
Does it?
It does. If you put another interesting useless fact, if you put Head and Shoulders on a piece of wooden furniture, not that you would, and if you pour some on, it will fetch the varnish off.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I mean, so far, I mean, it does my hair.
So it'll fetch the varnish out of your hair.
Well, we're having our hair done soon.
Yeah, but it does. It strips the colour out of your hair.
Yeah, I'll have to. Well, I use it most days, but then there are days when I, like, a couple of times a week, I'll use other shampoos that do other things. Yeah. So I'll have one that's for colour.
John Frieda for blondes is good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
What have I got? VO. I've got some, what's it called? Bond Repair. I think it's L'Oreal Elvive. That's really good.
Oh, yeah. Is it in like an orange?
White and red. And then there is this Dr. Paw, like...
Not for the dogs?
No. PAW. I think it's is it a pawpaw tree or pawpaw plant? flower, and it's like a little yellow bottle. You get it from the cheap shops, and it does like 7 different things. It's really good. You put it on your hair when you've got out, and it's like towel dried. You leave it in. It's really good. Really, really, really good. And it's normally expensive, but then you get it from like B&M bargains for like £5. But it's really good. Really, really. It like treats your hair and makes it like a leave-in conditioner.
Do with a bit of that.
And like it gets. I've noticed like I've had no split ends, or it's been really good. I'm thinking of leaving my hair and sort of growing it so I can sweep it over a bit.
So you want to comb?
I want to comb it.
Like a comb over.
I've kind of got a bit of a comb over.
Yeah, you got a swoosh, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the colour.
Thank you.
The colour is nice.
Well, I am growing out the blonde because I wanted to go a bit darker for winter.
Wouldn't you ever drop it down?
Oh, like a Karen. I look like a Karen then. I would look like a Karen hairdo. If this bit was down, it would look proper full on Karen.
Would you? We're going to have a Karen day, guys.
I do anyway, Matt. I mean, the amount of times I've gone out to a restaurant and even with like big groups of people, if something's wrong, I will. I mean, a few months. No, it wasn't
take your spray.
It wasn't even months. It was like a week. No, about 3 weeks ago, we went out as like a big group. It was somewhere in Shrewsbury, and we had a meal, and we had the same meals like 2 months prior to that, and they were big,
right?
And they'd put the prices up and they'd shrunk the portions. So half of us, the people that had pizza were fine because they were big. Yeah. Everyone who had the burger, it's like it had been shrunk in the wash. Oh. So I sort of got up and made excuses that I was going to the toilet, and I didn't. I went the other way, and I waited for the waitress to finish serving, and I called her over. Oh, the finger was out. Oh. It was like, come on over. And I sort of said very calmly that, we weren't happy, and that, half the table was still hungry. Yeah. And that they'd shrunk the food but not shrunk the prices. Yeah. Yeah. And she gave us like about 30-40% off the food. That's and I was like, yay, win-win.
Pays to complain.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Especially when there's something wrong.
Absolutely. Because especially us Brits, we tend not to complain.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'd rather stand in a queue than complain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's one thing I know, mentioning queuing, I noticed when we were in the States coming back for our flight in January. Yeah. Don't know how to queue. They call them, like, when you're being called for your gate, they say, like, seats, whatever, stand up. No. Like, in the UK, you would, you'd go to the gate when you were called. An orderly line. No, everyone just got up and just stood by the gate. So
like the people
that needed to get on couldn't get on because everyone was, and sadly to say, it was the Americans.
Oh, naughty.
It wasn't any other, everyone else that was like British sort of hung back, and we do know
we're quite reserved.
Yeah, but the one thing we do know how to do is queue.
Yes. Yeah.
We like an orderly queue.
Yeah. I think the percentage is something like we spend on average a quarter of our life in a queue.
Oh my goodness.
The British.
We should be doing something while we're in the queues. We need to be.
We could do crocheting.
Oh yeah.
In the queue.
Oh So in the last podcast we spoke about April's crochet and the hooker club.
The hooker club, yes, because we use hooks.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're hookers.
I've never actually held one. Oh.
And you get all different sizes.
Okay.
To do with your wool.
I mean, it's almost like an instrument of torture, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
You can imagine this is the thing that they used to use for like ancient Egyptians to put up the nose to get the brain out. Because did you know about the embalming?
Yeah.
Well, they said that they used like hooks. I reckon it's something like
get all the brain and everything out. Oh. Mucky.
Okay, so what do you do with these?
Right.
Oh, so is that your granny square?
No, that's a circle. That's a little placemat.
Okay. Oh,
they put your coffee on.
That's cute. I like it. Look at that.
Yeah, coffee on.
That's really cute. I like the colours as well.
Pretty, isn't it?
It matches my top.
It does.
Like, I wish you could make it almost into like a rosette, couldn't you?
Talking of which.
Oh, you've got one.
And it's even got a pin on the back.
Oh, look at this. So there's the back. And then we've got the front. Isn't that gorgeous?
And they're quite easy. And there you go. You can have that one.
Oh, I might put it on.
You could even put some pearls in it.
I can, can't I? Let me...
Yes, you could put some pearls in. I haven't got a thing for how to put... Oh, look, you could put it on a headband.
You could. Oh, I like that. Look.
There we go.
There we go. I've got it on now.
There we go.
If you had two, you could have them like... I could be Madonna then, couldn't I?
You could do another one.
So how do you get it all going?
Right. So if I give you that wool that's slightly thicker and the thicker
Let me find the end.
Oh my gosh. No. Have you found the end?
I found the end, yeah. Okay.
Right.
I do have an end.
You've got an end. Right.
Yeah.
2 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Hold it there.
Put that. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you right or left? I can't remember.
Right. I am a little bit ambidextrous, which makes it really complicated because I think when I was young, I used to go for things with my left hand, and then I was kind of they corrected people back then.
They did, yeah.
So I think I naturally go for things with both, really.
Right. So.
But I would say I'm more right.
You're more right. Right. Okay. So put the wool in your left hand then.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And then wrap it round.
How many times?
Just the once, so you've got 2.
Like that. Yeah?
Yeah, so you've got 2.
Oh, yeah.
That way,
yeah.
Right? Then put your hook under the first one.
Yeah.
And then pull the second one through.
Oh, like that, yeah.
Oh, I've messed up.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, and pull it through, so you've got like a loop.
Oh, hang on, pull it through like a loop. Hang on, what am I pulling now?
Start again.
Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on.
Oh.
Right, so that one goes like that.
Yeah, that's it. And then under the first one, over the second one, and pull the second one.
No. What have I done?
Right, so you go under the, which one's your first and which one's your second?
Hang on.
Hang on, bear with. Right, so under that one.
Yeah.
Hook the second. Right, move your fingers.
Isn't that what I did?
Is that what you did?
Oh,
you might have done.
I think it's what I did. This is going to be, yeah, I think I need to get into this.
I think I'll give you dodgy wool.
Have I got dodgy wool?
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Right, we're done.
Okay.
Right, so that's your first bit.
I've got my knot.
Right.
Then what do I do?
Oh, I'm just having an issue with my wool. Oh, I think I started mine on the...
This is going to turn into a knit and natter session.
And by the end of this, we'll probably be totally knotted up.
Oh, I'll have a scarf by the end. Right. What am I doing with my hook?
See your dangly bit?
Yeah.
Hold that with your hook, so it's not.
Oh yeah.
So it's out the way.
Yeah.
It's out the way. You don't need your dangly bit.
No.
No. Then.
It's the first time I've been told that.
Get you.
I'm normally well known for my dangly bit. Tie it in a bow.
Right. So get your
yeah.
ball, wrap it round.
Like more. Yeah.
Just the once, and then slide your hook so you're pulling that end one through your loop.
Oh.
So you're making a chain.
Hang on, am I right?
Right. So.
Hang on, let me try that again. Right, let me make sure that I've looped it right. So.
Okay.
Around.
Round, yeah. And then pull that through the one that's already on your hook.
Oh, like that, yeah. Yeah?
You've got 2. How come you've got 2 on you?
I don't know.
Right, let's...
Well, shouldn't I have 2?
No, you should only have 1, because you're making a chain.
Oh, right.
Just pull it through.
I think...
Yeah, I think you need to pull that one through.
Yeah.
No, go from back to front.
I think this is going to take a little bit for me to get the hang of.
I think it will.
So I think we need to put this aside for now.
Yeah.
But I can see how that would be quite therapeutic.
Oh, look at that! Didn't he do well?
I did. Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah. I knew he'd got it.
A third eye. My inner eye chakra.
Yeah, a little doily.
No, I will have a go at that. We'll have to have a proper sit down and
Yes.
like try and do it.
Yes. Yeah. And probably alcohol involved.
Speaking
for
of,
me.
you will need it for me to try that. Speaking of like inner eye chakras and things, are you into anything like holistic or like crystals?
Yes,
or...
yes, crystals. Yes.
Oh, do explain.
Crystals. Yes. I'm always like a big believer on. Obviously, crystals do help us.
Mm-hmm.
There's crystals for all different things to keep you grounded, to help any ailments to a point, obviously, and it just helps balance your mind.
Okay, so like, let's say me with my holiday stress, what would you recommend crystal wise?
Probably everything.
Just give me the rocks.
Just give you the rocks. See, I always wear.
What about like the clear quartz?
These, yeah, because you've got your clear quartz is for your top chakra. Okay. You've got 7 chakras.
Yeah.
So your clear quartz
my head chakra.
Your head chakra. And then your amethyst is for your third eye.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For your thinking and
I need one for that.
And usually your first thought on something is usually the correct one.
They say go with your instincts, don't they?
Yeah.
So the chakra in the third eye chakra, is that instinct? Is that basically what it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then your blue crystals are for your throat. Mm-hmm. So if you get throat problems, or anything like that, that's good healing for that. The jade and also the rose quartz together, either or, is your heart chakra. Okay. Can't remember the names of all these. I'm sure people will be writing in, telling me what
back to jade really quickly. That was going to be the name I would have been called if I was a girl. My mom was going to either name me Elliot or James, one or the other, and Jade for a girl. I could have been I could have been a Jade.
Been a Jade. Mm. Well, the Egyptians, was it the Pharaoh? No, hang on. Who am I thinking? Somebody in ancient times, they were always buried with a lot of jade.
Jade's expensive.
Yeah. They were always buried with jewellery with jade in. It might have been the Mayans.
Possibly.
I read all the books about that.
They have lots of jade in, is it China or Japan? I know it's one of the two. I think jade is used for a lot of their things, and it's very expensive.
Yes, very. But yeah, they were buried with like tons of jade. Oh, I know.
Bury me in it.
Bury you in it. And then you've got this one, which I can't remember what's called.
Mm-hmm. It looks a bit like toffee. It looks like toffee.
Toffee. Just in case I'm hungry, I'll just have a nibble on my brace.
It's like shards of like toffee colour.
Yeah, I think it's tiger's eye. Okay. That is your stomach.
Oh yeah, I could have done with that a few weeks ago.
And then you've got a reddish one, which is like all your for your intestines. Okay. And then
so if you get a parasitic worm,
get that one. And then you've got the red ones that are your lower areas. Okay. Ooh. But they also keep you grounded.
Okay, maybe that's what that the Olympics guy had too much of.
Oh yeah, his crystal in his pocket soon.
Yeah.
Did him a mischief, didn't it? And then I've got another one with all different. So I've, I double dose.
Yeah.
I double dose on them.
Yeah. I mean, what's my August? My birthstone is peridot. It's either pronounced peridot or peridot. Green.
Peridot.
Peridot. It's green. It's like a lightish green. That's
bit like a jade.
That's my birthstone. What's your birthstone?
Diamond.
Oh, of course, April Diamond. Yes. Ta-da! Yes, we should.
It's also my middle name. No, it isn't really.
April Diamond. That sounds like a porn star name, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
We should say, in case you hadn't guessed, April was called April because she was born in April. It all makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just glad I wasn't born like in September because I'd be shortened down to Sept.
Nobody wants to be Septimus.
Oh
Septimus.
no, or a septic.
Septic peg.
Septic. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, people do name their children after like places that they've been conceived, or
like
I mean, just
China or
Scunthorpe, Bognor Regis,
Taliban,
Prestatyn.
Prestatyn.
Well, I mean, going back to Victoria and David, they called their first son Brooklyn.
From
being
Brooklyn, America.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then
it was Cruise.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they were on a cruise.
They were on a cruise.
They're probably on P&O. Oh my goodness.
Call yours Virgin, second name Voyages.
No, Scarlet. We were on the Scarlet Lady.
Oh, Scarlet.
So Scarlet O'Hara.
Oh, wow, Scarlet, there's something strangely alive in your hair. Just have to say.
I would like to watch all those old movies, like from the 1950s.
Oh, I love the black and white movies.
I have actually got one. I mean, we haven't got a DVD player now, but I did buy, like all the old Marilyn Monroe films, like Some Like It Hot. And I haven't
with
ever
Tony
seen them.
Curtis in films like that. There's Tony Curtis. There was Jack Lemmon,
Humphrey Bogart,
and all them, and and I love
James Dean.
Yes, and who's the other one? Oh, God, Dean Martin.
Yeah,
and I do have a secret little love for watching Doris Day films. Oh, I love Doris Day.
So I haven't really seen that. I want to watch because I think they're just so different to how they make movies now. Like everything, no one's got a concentration span. No. I blame TikTok. I really do. Yeah. Like everything has to be like. I mean, have you noticed as well?
Instant.
Like when all the music that's out now, the songs are quite short. They're all like 2-3 minutes, whereas like songs used to be like 4 minutes.
Yeah, a bit longer.
They're really short because people haven't got the concentration span.
Yeah,
whereas I think
to do it. Yeah,
like these old movies, everything's quite long form. The scenes are longer. It's completely different.
And they had to do do it in like one take. Yeah. They couldn't go, oh, you messed up. You've got to get it right.
And the music, like the soundtrack, it's all very like orchestral. Yeah. And then they have to learn the dance routines, and if there's like dance routines in it. And I really
I always used to think, like growing up and watching films like that, especially like the British movies, where they were talking rather posh. And they were talking rather posh.
Yes.
And I can remember saying to me now, did everybody talk like that then? And she said, no, they used to do that in the movies because that was classed as the Queen's English or the King's English, depending on what year.
Yeah. It was known as BBC English as well.
Yeah.
Like everyone on TV, they all talked very clipped.
Oh, yes.
Everything was very, very clipped.
Yeah, rather.
Welcome to the news.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's rather spiffing.
But no, I think that's why like people have this impression that, when foreigners put on like a fake British accent, they always sort of like try and emulate that.
Yeah, or sometimes they do like a London one. Yeah. Nah, you're right, governor.
Yeah.
Can't do it, but
all right, Gov.
Yeah. Cool, blimey.
Pussy and beer. Oh.
Get up them apples and pears.
I'm going to be rioting next.
Oh my gosh, we've set him off. Drink your coffee, you'll be fine.
I'll be rioting. You'll be fine. I do need a drink of coffee. So I would like to watch some of the old movies.
Yeah,
I just think they're really sweet, and
they are
from a different era.
Yeah,
where things was much more calm, and I'm so glad I grew up in a time where there wasn't mobile phones and social media. I feel quite lucky.
Yeah.
To know, because kids today.
Yeah, we used to be out on our bikes riding our bike. Well, I used to try riding my bike. I used to fall off quite often. Got my trouser leg caught in it one day. I was in the middle of the road, and that was the days where our trousers were sort of flared. Yeah. The first time round.
Yeah, I remember the second time round, early 2000s.
Yeah, and I got some hooks on my bike where the bike pump went.
Oh yeah.
But the bike I don't know where it was. My brother probably pinched it, hid it. And I was in the middle of the. I don't know why I was in the middle of the street road, and I put
less cars.
It was less car. Yeah, it was all horse and cart. and I put me feet on the pedals, you know, to pedal off. And my flares got caught in the hook.
No.
And instead of taking the other foot and put it on the floor, I just literally keeled over in the middle. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, funny.
I haven't really had any sporting incidents apart from when I was at school. They used to make us play rugby. Oh. And it was always in January when it was cold and the mud
wet.
Right. And I didn't like mud. I'm not really I'm getting myself muddy sort of person.
You don't mind the odd mud pack.
Yeah, but not when you've got to go all day at school with mud on you. And it was in the morning and it's cold. Anyway, because I was so little, they used to put me as the hooker. I was the hooker.
And he laughed about me, but so we're a pair of hookers.
So we are a pair of hookers, but
in a different way.
So the hooker has to go in the middle of the scrum. The job is, because you're little, you can go in the middle, you can hook the ball out.
Right.
So, but they all used to collapse on top of me, and then I used to get squished into the mud, and I used to hate it. I used to hate being. I remember actually crying on the field.
It's crawling out.
No, I did, because I hated being muddy. I hated being squished. I mean, I wouldn't mind if there was a man pile on now. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a pile of hunky rugby players.
You could be the hooker then, couldn't you?
Hunky rugby players. You know, how many are there in a rugby team?
I've no idea.
Is it 12 or I don't know what. But anyway, you know, all them men piled on with all the thighs and the shorts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no, my loves.
Yeah.
But back then, no.
A pile of beefcakes.
But back then, no. My idea of hell.
No.
So I used to wherever the ball was, I figured out
in the opposite direction.
If I was the other end, I wasn't going to get squished and tackled. So I used to avoid.
So you used to avoid, or I can't run.
And then the showers as well. Do you remember the
they
school
were
showers?
communal showers.
Oh, I hated them.
Yeah, it was shocking.
So what I used to do, I used to go in there and wet my feet. And then put the footprints back to where I was, because I knew the teacher would come in.
Yeah, they used to come in and go, get in that shower.
It was a bit pervy, really, wasn't it? When you think back,
it was. Yeah,
you wouldn't do that.
No,
really, would you? No. I mean, unless they need help and assistance.
Exactly,
you wouldn't. Yeah. You just wouldn't do it.
It did seem, looking back, wrong.
It was wrong. But it was different times, and it was different. And that's another thing about today's world. We judge the past by the principles of today, and I think that can be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Because things were different.
They were.
People's views and opinions change. I mean, what was acceptable in the 70s is not acceptable now, and people need to be allowed to change and grow and mature.
Exactly.
And
what we used to have as entertainment back then.
Oh God, yeah.
On TV and that was quite hilarious and funny.
Back then, yeah.
But now it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, there's even comedy.
So there's got to be a fine line. It's either.
Yeah. But remember Little Britain? I mean, there's even sketches. I mean, that was what sort of early 2000s, 2004 or something.
Something like that.
I mean, even some of the sketches from that are now deemed.
Got no coffee.
Yes, some of them are deemed to be.
I got no.
I liked her.
I loved every character.
Yeah,
that they did,
but they couldn't do that now.
No.
And I think even some of the people behind it, Matt Lucas and David Walliams, have even apologised for some of the sketches but back then it was acceptable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it was really funny. And they used to do this little old lady on the airplane to the airport. She used to pinch this, that, and the other.
And then there was the
lady, knew what she was doing.
The lady that wet herself. And, Bubbles DeVere.
I
love
Bubbles, Bubble darling.
She went to a health spa. Oh, right, this is going to segue into
she did, yeah.
She lived in a health spa. And
she did, was walking around with a towel.
Yeah, and she'd flash. And, it was
I dropped my towel, darling.
Oh, darling.
Yeah. Oh, darling.
Champagne. Champagne. Which leads me into my story about Hoar Hall. So I just showed you before the podcast. In the last episode, we spoke about how expensive
flies.
How expensive spa days are.
Yes,
and like
very.
£170 per person for a day. Not even spending the night there, although it does include like a 3-course meal. Anyway, this place that I had my little beady eye on, Hoar. I'm going to shame them. Hoar Cross.
Name and shame.
They've had a massive refit. And I just showed you. Isn't it gorgeous?
Amazing.
There's like 3 hydrotherapy pools, and they're all bubbling away, and
it's like outside.
Yeah.
Trouble is, if it
with
rains,
the weather, it's got to be a good day.
Yeah.
You'd want
a refund if it rained.
I'd want a pergola up or something.
Just take your little, umbrella, your little vintage brolly.
So I think I do remember, like a while ago, I sent them a message and like, hi, would you like to collaborate? I think our viewers really love to see, blah, blah, blah. Didn't hear a thing back. So I thought, okay, fine. And then suddenly I go on Instagram this morning, and another influencer that's based in, I think, Shropshire, possibly even in our hometown, was at Hoar Cross Hall in the jacuzzis on a free PR day. Yes, a free PR day. And I'm thinking, why were we invited?
Why aren't we invited? Yeah.
Hoar Cross Hall, you need to check yourself.
Yes, you do.
Because you are missing out. We could have done a podcast from the spas.
Yeah.
On the lounges.
We'd have, we'd have sold it.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with them. I'm going to have to do a Karen.
You do Karen. Yeah. You could do a Barbara. You could do a Barbara.
I mean, I'm not one of these people that expects things given. But I really want that. I need a spa day. Yeah,
for 2.
For 2. We are deserving.
Or 3. 3, because we'll get Matt. Yeah.
We are deserving. I feel like we are deserving. Yeah. We have busy lives.
We do.
We are busy and important people.
Yes, very impotent.
we are very impotent. Very impotent. Yes, I find it hard to get up in the morning. I really do.
That's for another day.
I've got work to do because you were supposed to come. You can get tablets for that. You can buy them over the counter now. Have you seen what you can get in Sainsbury's these days? No. You can buy dildos.
Can you?
On the top, in the
top shelf.
The toiletries section. You can go in. They start selling. I mean, who are these people? Imagine putting it through the till. Or imagine
self-service.
Yeah, but imagine if there was a problem.
Assistant needed. Can you just take me tag off this?
Price check on dildos, Maureen.
And while you're at it, can you check how many packets of lube we've got?
You got any more of these out back?
Sold a few of them.
Can you imagine?
Oh, God.
That would be horrendous.
Oh, I wonder if they sold a lot in lockdown.
Oh, they must have done. No, didn't things
didn't
like online websites like Love Honey and stuff do really well?
I don't know.
Because it was all like mail order, things.
Yeah, I know they all ran out of pasta and toilet paper in lockdown. What's that? If you eat that amount of pasta in lockdown, trust me, you won't need toilet paper.
No, but I would say since I've cut back on the sugar... I think like toilet habits are more regular. I would say things have improved.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's shifting.
No, honestly, I think going like low sugar, I think it does do things to your gut health.
Yes, must do. Yeah.
I think. How are we doing for time, by the way? Because I think
let's have a little look.
We've probably getting onto a problem.
We've got 11 minutes.
Oh, let's do some problems. Because we did have people write in or email in. Our email is in our description box. If you've got a problem, you want advice, we are here to help you. So let's do... This is one that we actually did answer in the podcast that got deleted. So I think we should do it again.
Yeah,
because there's a person that needs our help.
Oh, right. Let's look professional. Glasses on.
So this person wishes to remain anonymous. So you can send in your problems. We aren't going to shame you. We aren't going to put your picture on the internet.
No
name in here. So it is from Anonymous. I have recently started dating a guy, and things are starting to get serious. We get on really well and stay over at each other's house. There is one thing that is giving me the ick.
Oh.
I think the word ick
Ick.
gives me the ick.
Mm.
It's like that common word that's becoming like popular, and
It's like
anyway.
when something, oh, that's sick. That is.
It's like something that gives you the cringe. It's like
yeah.
that. Ooh, ooh.
But when somebody says that, oh, that's sick. That is. It's like,
Yeah.
is it bad? No, that's really good. To me, sick.
Maybe in a future episode we'll do like Gen Z language, like the phrases and things, because half of it. I mean, one of them's like Riz.
Riz
Means charisma. Someone's got Riz. They've got charisma.
Oh,
There's all sorts of
I
ones.
didn't know what goat meant.
Oh, greatest of all time.
Yeah. I was called a goat at work, and I went, pardon?
I'll just climb that pile of rocks up there.
And they were like, didn't you know what it means? And I went like, well, it's a four-legged animal that just like, butts heads on everybody. And they were like, no, it's greatest of all time. I was like, thanks. So I was going around and
we are the greatest of all time.
Sorry, right. Okay.
He never says please or thank you to me, especially in bars or restaurants. What should I do? Well, I mean, first of all, with the please and thank you.
Go on, you go first.
You should be polite with things.
Very,
Manners cost nothing.
Nothing.
No, a little bit of male chivalry, I think.
Yes.
It goes a long way. Opening doors and yeah, but I think if you've got the ick so early on in a relationship, maybe kick him to the curb as a fly.
Or try for a short time if you're sort of like, I don't know, if you make him a sandwich or something like that, or you do something and he doesn't say, I would be like, excuse me, did you say something?
Yeah.
Did you say, was that a thank you?
Yeah. But you shouldn't have to be doing
and
that,
do that, and then just, you shouldn't have to.
No.
There is times when all of us in daily lives not forget, but we're doing something
we're so
and we
busy,
don't. But nothing's meant by it by not apologising or thank you. But I would totally prompt him, and then after a couple of times I'd say, well, do you know what manners mean?
Yeah.
And then
manners cost nothing.
Nothing.
But like
then I'd see how it goes. Then say, well.
But if you've got the ick so early on,
but to give an ick is a bit.
Yeah, I would kick him to the curb, especially if it's early on in a relationship. If this is something, more to do with like how he's been brought up, probably. I mean, this is ingrained, I think.
Yeah.
If he's constantly doing it, you're not going to change someone's fundamentals.
No.
I mean, you can have fun with his fundamentals, but once you're done with his fundamentals, jog on. Tell him to jog on. Right, I think we need to move on because I think we're coming up to an hour, aren't we?
We are.
We've got another problem for the next episode as well. But the one thing I want to clear up before we finish today's episode, I want to finish up with that Olympic man's bulge.
Oh, yes, I did see the clip.
So you saw it after we spoke about it in last week's. What did you think?
Well, I just felt so sorry for. Well,
I know.
In one respect, I felt sorry for him.
I mean, he's blessed.
He is
blessed. Bless him.
And I think they should have. They can't let him off.
No,
obviously.
You can't give him. I mean, he's got to work with his anatomy. But if he knows he's got a big bulge,
he's going to have to strap it up.
Well, yeah. He even needs to like tuck.
Get a bit of gaffer tape on it.
Strap it down. Put a duck strap on or something.
Yeah.
Or bolt a little bit higher to clear the bar.
Exactly. Yes.
But there's
keep your didgeridoo out the didgeridoo way.
But there's a thing. Since we made the last episode, he has been offered by someone who's got an OnlyFans account £250,000 or euros. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
To show it. And to
was it for 60 something like 90 minutes?
Something like
90 minutes.
Would you subscribe to see it? What was lying beneath? I don't think I would. I mean, I think you can see it.
You can see it on the.
You can see more for free on the if you do if you search for certain things.
Well, you can see it.
I mean, you can see the outline of it, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hide it.
When you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like cucumbers, isn't it? They're all different shapes and sizes. Take your pick. I think they should. Have you seen that program, Naked Attraction?
Yes.
where it's like
very bizarre.
It's very bizarre. Like the screen lifts up, and then you see their feet first, and then you get to judge that, and you eliminate someone.
Yeah.
Then you see their midsection, including the genitalia.
Yeah.
And you see the genitalia.
It's some old dears go down there.
You see the genitalia.
Down there.
The bits. And then it goes up to the chest. So
yeah.
you can see all the bits.
Yeah.
And then finally the head.
So just think how disappointed that you'd think, oh, right, feet, oh, no bunions, nice toenails, sorted. Yeah. And then you go up and you think, oh.
Schlong.
That's a cracker. And then middle bit, oh, even better. Six-pack, whatever, or non-six, whatever you prefer. Yeah. And you're like, oh, yeah. And then you see the head and you go, oh, no. Can you just keep the head bit, keep it down?
But there was one man that did Naked Attraction. He was looking at the females in a lineup. He'd never seen a vagina. Oh. So to see 5 all at once, he had to go off stage. Did you see that episode?
No, did he have a bit of a...
He came over all unnecessary.
Oh, bless him.
It really affected him because he hadn't seen them. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I haven't seen one in real life. I've only seen one in like a textbook in a diagram when I was at school. I don't know what I'd do if I came face to face with one. I really don't. What would I do? I think
you'd probably pass out.
I think I probably would have a panic attack. I'd need a stretcher. I mean,
oxygen.
But to be confronted with 5 in one go, and they're all different shapes, and there's they're all different lengths. I'm talking about the women, not but like all the flappy bits. They're all. I mean, my goodness.
Oh dear.
I'd be in a flap.
Elliot, I think you need to. Bless you.
I mean, I'm okay with the men's, right? Because there's growers and showers, isn't there?
Yeah.
Are we up to our hour?
Are we?
I think we're almost there.
We're nearly there.
I think we need to start.
I think he needs to go lie down in a dark room. He's having a moment.
Oh, I think I'm having a bit of a moment. Yes. No, but that's Naked Attraction. And then there was not the cube. It was that box they used to go in, and then they used to do it, and then come out and tell everyone what it was.
Just exhibitionist. I heard about it. I didn't.
I haven't seen it. I thought.
Yeah, I didn't see
nothing more boring.
Yeah, just exhibition. People will do anything.
They will
for money.
They will. They will. I mean, will that Olympic guy do the OnlyFans? I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of money to turn down, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, and everybody's basically seen it.
I mean, if someone offered me £250,000, I'm just thinking like that could pay off the mortgage. Just imagine how much better off you'd be with no mortgage or rent, or because rent's expensive, mortgages are expensive. Yeah. And if it was just one case of just 90 minutes, just showing you bits and pieces.
Hour and a half.
I think I'd be tempted. I think I really would. And I don't think anyone would want to watch. I don't think I'd get any repeat viewers. But
but you'd have got them. Yeah, but you've got the money. You
got the money in your hand. You pay off your mortgage, go on a cruise.
But then you might like it and do it again.
I mean, if people were paying, some of these people are making like 10,000 a month.
Crazy money.
They're making a lot of money, and I'm thinking, are we missing out on a trick?
I think we are.
Really, because
and they go on about prostitutes. It is prostituting
the
yourself, isn't it?
Oldest, what did they say? The oldest business in the world is,
and it will keep going on until the end of
time.
Humanity. Yeah, end of time.
Because it's the commodity that people want.
Yeah.
If you've got it, supply it.
Supply it.
If you want it, buy it. Get 2 for 1. Get a bog off at Sainsbury's. People would be telling me to bog off.
Oh my dear! Oh dear!
By the way, bog off is buy one get
one free. Yeah.
Yes. For those who don't know, right, we need to wrap up. I think we're coming up to our hour. So in the next podcast, we're going to be talking about. Well, we've got lots on our list.
Well, we've got a lot. Yeah, we have got a lot. Yeah. And go off piste.
Yeah. So next week you are on holiday.
I am, yes.
So the podcast that you see whilst April's on holiday will be recorded right after this one.
Yeah.
Just so.
Yeah. We're going to do a back-to-back.
I'm doing a back-to-back.
We're doing a back-to-back.
I've done a back-to-back cruise, and now we're doing a back-to-back podcast.
Back-to-back podcast, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I've got to sort my clothes out and start packing. Same issue as you. Oh, yeah.
So I will put the poll out. So please let us know. Go to the community post section of the channel, and there will be a poll. I'll leave it open for as long as I can. Yeah. And vote on Ow Bist or Off Piste. Because I think it's kind of both, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Right. I think we need to go and have a drink and a tea and a wee break.
A tea and a wee.
Tea and a wee.
Tea and a wee.
Tea and a wee today. So, thank you for watching whatever this was. If you've enjoyed it, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media. And of course, do hit that bell.
Ding ding.
So that you know whenever we upload a new podcast. Yeah. Although it will be every Tuesday, as long as I don't delete anything, at 5 p.m. We'll just release it. From us, to you all, my loves, and goodbye.
Bye.